Bulletproof Sam was an abnormal dog, not because of his severe flea infestation, not because of the trauma-induced hair loss on his tail and toes, not because his teeth were worn to the gum line. According to the vet who examined him, the most remarkable thing about Sam was the fact that he was missing half his face. The tremendous facial disfigurement cited in his exam included, quote, the absence of upper lips and scar tissue so severe it prevented the 10-year-old pit bull from fully opening or closing his mouth. That face, according to his owner, was evidence of a champion bloodline. In a 2012 police report, he told an undercover officer that the fight in which Sam lost his face earned him a cool $40,000. Sam, he added, won the fight. In the dark world of dogfighting, Willie Coleman was himself a bit of a trophy. Known for breeding fierce and durable dogs from the backyard of his Northwest Jacksonville home, Coleman was eventually charged with 18 felonies. Assistant State Attorney Cyrus Zomarodian prosecuted Coleman, and he says the evidence against him was overwhelming. More than a dozen dogs in kennels, or wearing the heavy chains used to train dogs for combat. Bite sticks used to break the hold of pit bull jaws, medications to treat infection, pages of breeding logs, and 17 scarred pit bulls, 11 of which, after examination, had to be euthanized. Coleman admitted to the charges, pleading guilty to 2 of the felony counts against him. It should have been a victory.
He was sentenced to, I believe it was 18 months of probation.
But Coleman, now 72, received no jail time beyond his first 4 days in jail. He was ordered to pay $17,000 in restitution, but according to the Duval County Clerk of Courts, not a penny has yet been paid. So despite 3 years of investigation and prosecution, the most notorious dog breeder in Jacksonville continues to live comfortably at home. Willie Coleman declined our request for an interview. His wife expressed dismay that anyone was, quote, still interested in his story. But some believe this story is about more than just Coleman. Humane Society animal rescuer Jeanette Reaver was part of the Coleman bust. She said the fact that Coleman served no time doesn't mean that the case wasn't a strong deterrent.
So we kind of weighed the pros and cons, and given the fact of his health and how long the case had been going on for, we decided to just go ahead and take the deal.
Florida law considers animal torture or fighting second-degree felonies punishable by up to 5 years. But Florida has no mandatory minimums for animal cruelty unless it's livestock.
If someone commits an aggravated abuse on a cow or on a horse, that's a second-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison. Now, why the disparity? I consider it very serious, and I'd like to see the courts address it in a more serious way.
Because current law limits the effect of even successful prosecution, like Coleman's, Zamarodian would like to see the laws change.
Would I personally like for him to have gone to prison? Yes, absolutely. At the end of the day, of course, we would have liked to have Mr. Coleman in prison.
But until state law does change, this case will serve as a reminder of how we treat those who treat dogs like this. Ann Schindler, First Coast News, NBC 12, ABC 25.